Hello, everybody. Today is Tuesday, May the 5th, and this is our video lesson for the day. All right, so we're going to start out with reading today. And to start out, we're going to listen to this book called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. So let's listen to it.
The Three Billy Goats Gruff, retold by Rebecca Hu Van Wright, illustrated by Inghua Hu. Once upon a time, there were three goats. A big goat, a middle-sized goat, and a little goat. They were called the Three Billy Goats Gruff. All day long, they played on the hillside, eating the green grass. But there was never enough grass for the three of them, and they were always hungry. One day, on a hill across the valley, they saw the greenest, most delicious-looking grass. "Let us go there," said the littlest goat, skipping about. "I agree," said the middle-sized goat, jumping up and down. "Absolutely," said the biggest goat, prancing to and fro. "I'll go first," said the littlest goat. "All right," agreed his brothers. So the littlest goat headed down the hill, through the woods, until he came to a bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap. He trotted onto the bridge. Then he heard a thunderous voice. "Who's that crossing my bridge?" The littlest goat nearly jumped out of his skin. "It's me, the littlest Billy Goat Gruff," he said, shaking. And out from under the bridge came the biggest, meanest-looking troll. "I am going to gobble you up," he roared. "Oh, no, not me," said the littlest goat. "I am too little. But my brother is coming soon, and he's so much bigger." The troll thought about it. "Well, you had better be right," he said. The littlest goat ran across the bridge as fast as he could go. Next came the middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff. Trap, trop, trap, trop. He trotted onto the bridge. Then he heard a thunderous voice. "Who's that crossing my bridge?" roared the troll. "I am going to gobble you up." "Oh, no, not me," said the middle-sized goat. "I'm much too small. My brother is coming soon, and he's a lot bigger than I am." The troll thought about it. "Well, you had better be right," he said. The middle-sized goat ran across the bridge as fast as he could. Next came the biggest Billy Goat Gruff. Trop, tramp, trop, tramp. He trotted onto the bridge. Then he heard a thunderous voice. "Who's that crossing my bridge?" roared the troll. I am going to gobble you up. But then the troll saw that this goat was much, much bigger than the other two goats. He was huge. And with a flick of his head, the biggest billy goat Gruff butted the troll. Splash! He landed into the water below. At last, the three billy goats Gruff were together on the green, grassy hillside. There they ate the juicy grass until their stomachs were full, and they never saw the mean troll again.
The end. All right, so in our book, we had main characters, they had a problem, they wanted something, and they wanted to know how to solve their problem. So last week, we looked at problem and solution. So remember, problem is something that the character wants to fix or change. Solution is how they solve their problem. So let's look at this. So this is a little bit like problem and solution, but it's a little different. All right, so we have somebody wanted, but so. So it says somebody is who is the main character. So I filled out this part. The main character, there were three of them, the three billy goats. And if you wanted to, we could count a troll as the main character because he popped up a lot in our story. But I put the three billy goats. Wanted. What did the character want? So what did the main characters want? What did the billy goats want in our story? At the beginning, the whole reason they wanted to cross the bridge, right, was to eat more grass. They wanted more grass to eat. That's why they wanted to cross the bridge. Let's look at but. It says, what was the problem? What was the billy goat's problem? Why couldn't they cross the bridge? So when you're working on your assignments, you're going to fill out these two parts. So you're going to fill out but, what was the problem? You're going to tell me why the billy goats couldn't cross the bridge. And then you're going to look at so. What was their solution? How did the billy goats solve their problem? They couldn't cross the bridge. How did they solve their problem? What did they do to cross the bridge? How did they finally solve it? So that is what you are going to do for your reading assignment today. All right, so last week in math, we talked about adding and subtracting tens. So we're going to look at adding and subtracting tens, but we are going to do it a little differently this week. So this week, we're going to look at adding and subtracting tens when they have another number with them. So if I have the number 29, and it's telling me to add 10 to that, I could solve it like we solved our other ones last week. I could take 29, and it wants me to add a 10, so I'm going to put my plus sign. Add a 10. And remember, we start at the last column. We go top to bottom. 9 plus 0 is 9. What's 2 plus 1 more? That's 3. So 29 plus 10 would be 39. I could do it that way. Or I could use a hundreds chart. All right, so here is a hundreds chart that I have. And on our assignment, I put one on there too for you to use. And we use hundreds charts all the time when we're in the classroom, right? everyone has a hundreds chart at their table. So everybody should know how to use this. So normally we would, if we were adding, we would start at a number and we would go this way, right? But if we're adding 10, I'm gonna start at my number, and it was 29. And if I want to add 10, I'm gonna go down. So I'm just adding 10, so here's down. And then I added 10 to get 39. 29, go down 1 for 110, and that's 39. And that's the same answer I got when I added them. All right, so let's try another number. It gave us 82. And we're gonna add 10 to that. So 82, and we're gonna add 10. So let me look at that hundreds chart again. And remember, when we're adding 10, that means we're going down one space. So I said 82, here's 82. We're gonna add 10, that means we go down one space to add 10. 82 plus 10, going down one space. 92 is our answer. All right, but now I'm gonna write it out and add it that way just to make sure that I get the same answer. So we said 82 plus 10, 82 plus 10. All right, we start at our last column. We go top to bottom when we add. 2 plus 0, that's 2. 8 plus 1 more is 9. 92, and that's the same answer I got when I used my hundreds chart. All right, let's try another one. It gave us 72. Ooh, and this time it says we're gonna take away 10, minus 10. All right, 72 minus 10. Let me try that hundreds chart. All right, here's 72 right here. And when I want to take away 10, instead of going down 1, I'm going to go up 1 space to take away 10. So I'm starting at 72, and if I want to take away 10 from that, I'm going to go up 1 space. 72 minus 10 brings me to 62. So 62 must be my answer, but I'm going to write it out. Solve it that way just to make sure. All right, 72 minus 10. We start at the last column, go top to bottom. So 2 minus 0, 2 take away nothing, that's still 2. We didn't take away anything. 7 take away 1, that's 6. 62, and that is the same answer I got when I used my hundreds chart. All right, but last week when we added and took away tens, we didn't just add and take away one group of 10. We took away more than one group of 10. Sometimes we took away 20, sometimes we took away 30, maybe we added 20 or 30. So let's see how we could do that. So here it gave me 28, and we're looking at adding right now. So let's see what it wants us to add. So 28, and we're adding 30. So let's see, 28 plus 30. 28 plus 30. I'm going to use my hundreds chart for this. And remember, when we're adding tens, we look at this first number. That tells us how many groups of 10 we're adding. So we're adding 3 groups of 10. All right, so let me get my hundreds chart up. So it said 28, and we're adding 30. When we add tens, we go down. We're adding 3 tens. So I'm going to go down 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. That brings me to 58. So 28 plus 30, that must be 58. And I could write it out and add it that way. If you want to write it out on a piece of paper and add it that way, just to be sure, you can do that too. But I'm pretty confident in my hundreds chart. So I think if I add 30 to 28, 1, 2, 3, I get 58 as my answer. Let's try another one. All right, it gave us 7. And we're adding 20. So 7 plus 20, and that is 2 groups of 10. Let me use my hundreds chart. So I'm starting at 7. If I'm adding 2 groups of 10, I need to go down 2 spaces. 1, 2, 27. 7 plus 20 is 27. Now let's look at subtracting. All right, so now I'm gonna get 2 numbers, but this time we're gonna subtract. So it gave us 20, and we are going to subtract 10. We can't subtract a number that's bigger than 20, so we are gonna take away 10. So 20 minus 10, and let's use our hundreds chart. All right, so here is 20. If I want to subtract, remember, I go up 1 space for 10. 20 minus 10, that equals 10. All right, so now I'm going to think of what's one that we can subtract. So if I start at 46 and I want to take away 30, that means I need to go up 3 spaces. 30 is 3 groups of 10, so that means we go up 3 spaces. So we're starting at 46 minus 30. 1, 2, 3. 16 is our answer. All right, so I put a hundreds chart on your assignment for you today so you can practice using that.